Olivia, I kind of wanted to dive into something that you kind of alluded to here was I've personally always found your professional journey to be very interesting. I think I was reading up on some articles and said you turned professional when you're 15 and there was like a brief moment of hiatus and then you came back. But I'm actually just super curious how you made those first initial years work as a professional. I know that it's a common conversation amongst the squash world, like how do you make a living out of it? And candidly, I'm curious to hear how did you make how were you able to, float at?
It's a good question. So basically what happened was I decided that I wasn't going to go to college. Actually, you know what? I take that back. I'll be honest. I think I didn't necessarily decide not to go. I think things evolved where I had made it. I I knew that I was going to play professional squash. And so I never
Mm,
really set myself up to go and do the college thing. I honestly, I would have loved college. I'm a huge reader. I would have been like in every club. In fact, I think that the likelihood of if I had gone to university, I probably wouldn't have ever been a squash player, to be honest with you. I think I would have seen, and I think maybe I also subconsciously knew that about myself. And so I was like, hey, if you want to be a squash player, you should go and do it because
mm.
I'm in the clouds half the time. I'm like talking philosophy, I'm going like, oh, let's like read about the Stoics. It's like that's my brain works really strange. So I kind of never had really dipped my toe into the college scene. I started playing more PSA by the time I was about 15, 16, still in high school. I was teaching myself 10th, 11th, and 12th grades. I was homeschooled while independent study through the University of Nebraska. Go Cornhuskers. And I was playing more PSA. I saved the money from that and would play. And I did look, I always say, and I kind of brag about it, when Amanda and I played the U.S. national championships when we were under 19, we were both top 40 in the world. So we were very good. Yeah, it's insane, right?
Yeah,
Like,
it's insane
it's
to
just
think
like,
about.
what are you talking about? Yeah, we were both top 40 in the world. And think it's the times too, right? Like, you can imagine Egyptian squash players doing that, but no, we're like these American girls doing it, at that
Yeah.
level. So by the time I had kind of amassed that, but I went on tour for my first year and basically I was like, I felt it was out of my league. It was too much. I was burnt out from the junior career that had a lot of expectations, a lot of success, a lot of expectations. And what ended up happening was I just decided like I'm stopping for now. And what does one person who doesn't have any qualifications, has been singularly focused their entire lives, what does one do with the very minimal skills that I had? I got a job coaching at Chelsea Piers in Connecticut. And I basically worked like a dog for 12 months. I coached nonstop.
Coaching is exhausting.
Oh my God,
I don't know if
very.
people realize how fucking difficult it is.
It's
I actually think it's
terrible.
physically more difficult
It's
than
awful.
playing.
It's awful. It's awful. It's
Yeah.
awful.